Namaskar. Hello and welcome to 𝗣𝗚𝘅 channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer. Joining me today is Sree RVS Mani, and we're going to talk about the recently concluded World Cup. An undefeated team performs much below par at the finals. What really happened? So we have a few questions, and we're going to also look at a few scenarios. And I can see from the comments here that, should I stoop to so low? Look, truth sometimes can be bitter. And never look at a game with emotion. That's my 2 cents. Please like this video. You may agree with us, you may not agree with us, but what we are talking, we have all the facts to back up what we are talking about. So let's first welcome Sree RVS Mani ji, and then I have a short presentation. Mani ji, namaskar and welcome to 𝗣𝗚𝘅 channel.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be back in this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And to set the ball rolling, literally, I'm going to have a presentation, and I just want to tell our viewers, see, many of you don't know these things. And first, you need to understand how the team itself comprises of, what are all the players involved. Can I have the full screen, please, for a second? Thank you. Maniji, I hope you can hear me, sir.
Sure.
Can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, viewers, this is our situation. Every game that India plays, according to me, is not India versus the opponent, but it is Amit Shah versus Sharad Pawar. Sharad Pawar is the existing satrap, or maybe yesterday's satrap. Amit Shah is the new satrap. Well, 𝙒𝙧𝙤𝙪 is his son, and he is the General Secretary of BCCI or ICC, whatever. These are the ones controlling the shots right now. So anything that happens on the field, when something doesn't add up, I look at what could have happened here. Where do I find the answers? So I'm going to share with you a quick deck. We're going to look at the playing 11, and I'm going to show you which agency represents this playing 11. Here we go. So there are two companies, Cornerstone and RISE. Okay, RISC. That's a Reliance company. Just so the RISC is an acronym. The R stands for Reliance. Cornerstone is a company. It's called Cornerstone Sports. And Cornerstone Sports is owned by, or the CEO is a guy called 𝗤𝗍𝙗 𝗔𝙑. In fact, if you looked at my opening screen, you would have seen who killed SSR book, right? So this man was interrogated in connection with the murder of Sushant Singh Rajput. And 𝗤𝗏𝗍𝗗's 𝗔𝙑's cousin sister is married to Rohit Sharma. Okay, this is all facts again. Now, if you look at the address where Cornerstone is incorporated, it is H1 Heliopolis 157A, Colaba Road, excuse me, Colaba Road, Mumbai, Maharashtra, 4,05,000. Next line, Virat Kohli Sports LLP. Same address, same exact address. Today there is a News 18 story that Virat Kohli is parting company with Cornerstone, and he will no longer be with Cornerstone. I'll be very curious to see whether his address changes. I just want to make sure that this is not a smoke screen they want to put and say, oh, he's no longer with Cornerstone. All that stuff has to stop. And look at the directors in Cornerstone. These are the father and mother of the same 𝗤𝗏𝗍𝗗 𝗔𝙑, I think. If you think something is different, if you disagree with me, viewers, please send a link
and
we will check it out.
And can you tell the name of the mother?
Yeah, Kiran Arun 𝗏𝗍𝗗 and Amit Arun 𝗏𝗏𝗏. These are the two people who are the directors of Cornerstone. Now, look at Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma is no longer with Cornerstone. He used to be, I think, at some point of time. But Rohit Sharma's wife is the niece of Amit. It's not Anit. Amit Arun 𝗏𝗏𝗏, promoter of Cornerstone. And then we have Virat Kohli. Also, he belongs to Cornerstone. Although there is a news item today morning, or yesterday morning that came, or yesterday evening late. News 18 said that he's parting company with Cornerstone. Next, where is Shubhman Gill? He's also represented by Cornerstone. What about Shreyas Iyer? RISE Worldwide. KL Rahul? Cornerstone. Ravindra Jadeja is not, at this point, we couldn't find out who is his representative. Kuldeep Yadav? Cornerstone. Jasprit Bumrah? RISE Worldwide. Mohammad Siraj? We don't know. Surya Kumar Yadav? RISE Worldwide. So you get the idea here, right? Let's get back to two-screen mode now. So this is where things stand. So all these people, they are belonging to two camps, RISC and Cornerstone. And by the way, somewhere I read that Rohit Sharma's wife's brother also works with Reliance Group. So as to how close or how loose these two are, you make your own imagination. My question point blank to you, RVS Mani, is, is the selection, the team selectors, are these people really having any say? Because these people are aggressive companies promoting this talent. They are going to do everything possible to make sure that their player plays. If he doesn't play, he can't wear the logo. If he doesn't wear the logo, the advertiser is not going to give them money. You see what I'm saying? There's a greed capital here that is at play. So I am asking you, RVS Maniji, this is what today's India's cricket team is. By the way, in 2022, there was a T20 semi-final that India lost to England. I'm not making any comparisons. I'm just stating you facts. India, everybody wrote lost because top three batted slow. Who were the top three? Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, and Virat Kohli. Again, in the World Cup, people are saying, who batted slowly? You connect the dots. It is the same plate being run one more time. I mean, unfortunately, I think we just lost RVS Maniji. He'll come back in a second. So we'll wait for him to come. But you see how this is essentially repeating itself. I put a link to that yesterday, that you want to know about what happened. Why is it that India keeps repeating the same mistake? Why did India lose the game? They didn't put sufficient runs on the board. It's the next matter is that they didn't bowl so well. They changed the bowling combination in the sense that instead of Mohammad Siraj starting, this guy Shami started. But you can always make the thing saying that, well, Shami had a 7-4 in the previous game, so they needed wickets up at the front, and that's why they played Shami. Anyway, whatever it is, sir, you saw my question, right? In India,
come again. There was a net issue. Can you come
okay? India versus England semi-finals in that World T20, I think, whatever it was last year, it was game. There, India lost because the top three batted slow. That was what everybody said. Who are the top three? Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, and Virat Kohli. In the World Cup, who batted slowly? You do the connect the dot. Same bloody template. Okay, you can say, oh, Rohit Sharma batted very well. Well, I will tell, I have not watched the game, but somebody wrote somewhere, and I'm just quoting that. He had, I think, already scored a 6 and a 4 on that over. There was no need for him to go for another big shot because we are still early on in the innings. And you know the kind of power Rohit Sharma has. If he had stayed through the innings, he would have scored a double 100. That is what was needed. So anyway, this is my case. I leave it over to you, sir. Cornerstone, Rice, these are the two big companies that are representing them. I'm sure they will leave no stone unturned to make sure their player plays. So forget about selection. I think selectors are dummies. That's all I think. Over to you, sir.
Mahendra, right. I would like to put words into your mouth starting away. Mahendra Ramana said, selectors are a bunch of jokers. When the corporatization of the process had not begun in 1980s, and they continue to be a bunch of jokers. That is a separate issue. Chauvinism has plagued selection processes ever since, and we never had an objective selection. I remember a test match in which all 4 bowlers were from Karnataka because the chairman of the selection committee was G.R. Vishwanath. So these have happened. So that where did the corporatization of this money laundering and match fixing enter? You have to see it in the right perspective. Recall in 2000, 99, 2000, 2003 and all, the entire match fixing saga got exposed beyond doubt and went up to the highest wicket taker then of the nation had also been come under shadow. One of the best players were under the shadow. Kapil Dev or whomsoever. I'm not saying anybody. I'm not taking any names. but it shocked the nation. At the same time, we also know that it was happening in 1986 also, 89 also. We used to continuously lose to Pakistan because somebody, some kingpin in Pakistan wanted, a Pakistani supporter from Bombay wanted the results by that fashion. Otherwise, 𝗒𝙑𝙤𝙑 would not have walked away with a hat-trick, which was absolutely unreasonable hat-trick, where the fingers were already raised before he appealed. This is a fact. You can find the visuals before he appealed. These are all facts we are facing with. So to say that I had stopped watching cricket when those things were happening, I could sense it. Even this match I did not watch. My wife watched all the same. I did not watch. But I know the issues about this. We have spoken about it, that please watch cricket as another film, where the director has already written this. We have spoken on this very channel. You can go to the archives and say that the director has written the script. Now, we did not know that there is a financier to the director. There is a corporate financing to the directorship. At the same time, this is also something like a Bollywood saga. We have discussed about the Bollywood, their links with somewhere outside the country, the funding coming in and all that. Here also we have said it, what sells is Bollywood, this is what sells is cricket. These are all the two places where they have entered unceremoniously. Unfortunately, it has happened. In 2003 or so, Sushma Swaraj wanted to give corporate funding status to Bollywood by giving them industry status. She was transferred out from I&B Ministry as Health Minister. And thereafter, after 2004, the UPA government was formed, whether it is Cornerstone or there was one more company, 𝗏, which you have missed. I do not know whether they were involved in this part of it or they have changed hands. Because 𝗏 got...
Could be.
𝗏's executive partner was found peddling and supplying drugs for 𝗣𝗚𝘂𝗍𝗆 𝗏𝗏 in the aftermath of SSR's death. It is all over the place. Some 𝗒𝙖 Sinha or somebody, I don't recall the name. So 𝗏 was on 𝗒𝙖 Sahar, whatever name it is. And they were fixers. They could fix news also. They could fix so many other things in the case. But that is unfortunate. But we still have to live with that. It's a reality. So when you said, we had also discussed about it, that now that the 9 or the 10 wins we attained, were they also stage managed? I do not know. I give full credit to the winners of 10 continuous wins. Indeed, I'm sure they must have done it. But again, the final, as you said, it was a left-hander. There is a Travis Head had mauled the same attack in the World Championship 6 months back, which we had also, that time also we had discussed it. And Travis Head also mauled against New Zealand, but after others, wherever, whomsoever had a good off-spinner, even not even good, average off-spinner, Adrian McCrum or somebody could stop him. And you had the world's best off-spinner in this playing 15, but he was made to sit out. Was it deliberate? He is the highest wicket taker for test in India. He is the world's best acclaimed off-spinner in the world playing today. And he was sitting out. And Travis Head, who has a inherent weakness, he has only one problem, that is off-spinner, and he was waiting outside. Number 2, one more thing you asked about this, about KL Rahul and Virat Kohli did not score a boundary for 30 overs. Is it acceptable? You are playing one day and the Australian boundary was not so venomous. It is a question of you are talking of not scoring. They were not even intending to come out of the way. See, the way Travis said or Marnus Labunshek use the space in it. The space, they are much more experienced. I am not a cricketer. I have played up to the club level, but I know a little bit of the texture of the game. There are so much of space in the game. They were moving around and they were mauling the bowling. And your fellows would not even, they will simply do front press. They were playing the back ball or playing to the fielders and all. One thing very important is, extremely important is, we know that Australians must have saved by virtue of their fielding 70 runs, 50 to 70 runs. There is no doubt about it. But when that type of a challenge is there, you have to raise to your world number one batsman. You are claiming yourself to be the world number one batsman. 50 one-day centuries and you are struggling. I think there was something you are meeting out to an agenda. I do not allege anything. It was very obvious. Whatever I have heard from it, it was very obvious. It was the Australian bowling is the same bowling against them. Everybody, even New Zealand scored 385, chasing 389. The same New Zealand team. They scored 380 plus while chasing a very huge target, batting second, which is a much more challenge. And here you were having a problem of even scoring boundaries after 30. And as you said, 𝗖𝗚𝘗𝘁. Taking it forward from what you have said, he had a very lackluster, or whatever you call it, World Cup outing. He has not been there. And this fellow has been made captain of the T20 team. Inefficiency can be awarded only by this virtue of that when you have powerful backers. Powerful means it could be financial power, it could be political power, or whatever it is. Money is being made. And let us be under no illusion that there were certain, Marlon Samuel's case, I keep on saying 2007, there were certain powers that be invisible hand. One of the invisible hand you have named in the opening remark, he was at power at that time. Nagpur police was put under pressure to close the case and Marlon Samuels escaped. 𝗖𝙧𝙤𝘀𝘀 has escaped. Foreign players know your ecosystem. 𝗖𝙧𝙀𝘀𝘀, Marlon Samuels. Of course, 𝗒𝙆 𝘀𝘀 committed suicide because of the South African police were against him. But we have had people who have given escape route in Indian police, especially the Maharashtra police. Marlon Samuel's case, you can check on the internet, 2007 or so. I also received a report that somebody, some powerful minister or somebody from the Maharashtra politics entered the offices of this thing, and whatever happened was secondary. And so, unfortunately, that honorable the then minister is in jail nowadays for whatever reasons it is. I'm not going to take the name. So these are all happening. So cricket, to believe that it is an objective match, to invite the prime minister or some prime minister to be saying it is some prime minister were basically watching a movie where the script had already been written. You have a national prestige at stake. Why do you invite the prime minister or this minister or that minister? So that is, I think, the reason why they did not believe the real cricketing heroes who have won World Cup for India, because they could have smelt it. If Kapil Dev was not invited, maybe he could have smelt it. If Dhoni was not invited, because being a celebrity, they can smell it. They have so much of experience. And you bet what you do, you invite all Bollywood fellows, Shah Rukh Khan, Deepika Padukone, everybody, because they would also be a part of this entire scene. Whether it is Kwan, whether it is Cornerstone. About Cornerstone, you said one thing about 𝗏𝗏𝗏 𝗏𝗏𝗏. 𝗏𝗏𝗏 𝗏𝗏𝗏's sister, Seema 𝗏𝗏𝗏, was married to Sohail Khan. I do not know whether still married or not. Bollywood link starts from there. And originally, she was only a Bollywood brand manager, but later on, they entered into cricket. They recruited Kohli or X or Y or Z or whatever. Anybody who is on the threshold of becoming a celebrity, they will capture him. And if you are not with them, you are outside the team. Ravi Ashwin has to wait outside, because I do not know whether you can establish or anybody. You have to wait outside. You may be the best bowler in the world. You may capture 800 wickets. Because 𝗏𝗏𝗏 𝗏𝗏𝗏 does not want you to play, you will not play. Whatever may be the because 𝗏𝗏𝗏 𝗏𝗏𝗏's cousin sister was Ratika 𝗏𝗏𝗏. She wrote it as Sister Sahadev, and she got married to Rohit Sharma. And all the rules of playing, I'm no longer with Cornerstone, I'm getting into this. These are all simply played. Even they are as much managed as the cricket match outcome itself.
Yes, yes, yes.
They are as much similarly managed as the cricket match script itself. Whether it is 𝗏𝗏𝗏, what has he done? In fact, I would have said another thing about, I told about the Australia might have scored 50 to 70 runs saved. Do you know, some people told me that Rahul Dravid, who is not a regular wicket keeper, kept on leaking runs in buys.
KL Rahul,
white
sir,
balls
not
and
Rahul
all.
Dravid. KL Rahul.
KL Rahul, sorry. KL Rahul. Rahul Dravid had also been a wicket keeper. You had a Ishan Kishan, a person who has scored a 200 in one-day international, a regular wicket keeper. That is what is his job. He was waiting in the team like Ravi Ashwin, because they had to play Shubhman Gill, who is sponsored by his handler Cornerstone. And nothing to write about, excepting some fancy shots. One solid innings has he played in this World Cup. One solid innings against a regular high-class opponent. I could not find any.
Sir, if he had dengue, sir, one question, sir. If he had dengue, Shubman Gill had dengue, DENGUE. Dengue is okay.
Whatever it is.
So he didn't play the first two games. And when you are down with dengue, it takes a long time for you to recover.
Right. The energy strength has to come out.
Yeah. How was it that he was back on the third game? Sir, we can ask any number of questions, but the data doesn't lie. There are two camps here. This is where the majority of the playing 11 is coming from. You can't doubt that.
And that is what I'm saying. Like, how come that this fellow, a regular keeper, what is the problem with, in one of the matches he played, he was not the regular keeper. KL Rahul continued to keep. And where does KL Rahul? Not only that, the two fellows who drowned you both of them are added to Bollywood connection, married by marriage. Is it a coincidence? You don't call ex-cricketers, you don't call the ex-World Cup winner captains, you call all Bollywood fellows. Two of your killers who made the slowest batting in ever, they are all both married to Bollywood actresses or whatever in the Bollywood connections. Rohit Sharma also has a Bollywood connection. I have just explained how Seema Deva was married to Sohail Khan. This is a fact. This is something which cannot be repudiated. So was it Bollywood which did not want India to win the World Cup? I do not know. These are all begging questions we need to be finding answers to. The fans need to be told what is this happening. Who is controlling the BCCI? Whether it is the Cornerstone, Bureau of Cornerstones Cricket in India? That is a basic question, because control Cornerstone Cricket in India, because Cornerstone and Rise and Kwan, of course, I do not know whether it exists or not today, because earlier Kwan was one of the major entities, which had now, I'm not seeing much of the data about that. So they have merged or they have been undertaken, amalgam. We do not know, but Rise. Wherever money is there, people invest money, and that is where this has happened. And cricket is where money is there. We have been had a very, very poor situation with sports always. It is not today. It is Indira Gandhi herself had killed the Indian hockey. I can say with full authority and facts and figures. A country which was the 1975 World Cup champion came 7th in Montreal Olympics. Within 1 year, because the IHF chief was a DGP BSF and a favorite of Indira Gandhi. So the political people entering into it, they are not doing it for harnessing the game, but they are doing it to kill the games, milk the game, take money out of the game. That is most unfortunate. Whether it is X, Y, or any politico, what does he? Why should a Lalu Prasad Yadav become the BR Cricket Association president? And his son would not carry drinks. He was not competent to play the cricket. I remember another case of a son of a deputy director ED. That fellow was good for nothing. He would not have played. He was forcibly selected in a match. and confined to third man. Then a message goes, this is a fact, this is true. I don't want to share the names. A message goes to the manager that he should be given over. He is given over. In 2 overs, he leagued 26 runs, and India lost the match from a winning position. This is of late 90s or early 2000. You can go and verify the match. It happened in Dhaka. And because one of the son who would not even come to a Ranji team was playing the Indian cap. Because BCCI has got a lot of issues with it. Or ED is always browbeating the BCCI, whatever, either way it is. So this is how things happen. Commissioner of Police calls up and says he should play Robin Singh, he has to play. Not the other Robin Singh who played for India, there was another fellow. These are all unfortunate things which are happening, and it should be kept, or cricket should be left to cricketers. Cricket should be left to professionals. And this type of influence peddling is undermining the very, first it undermines the quality of performance. Subsequently, it will lose the trust of the people. You have played and won 10 games continuously, and suddenly you find your legs are locked. I do not believe this. That is much more to it than what is the result on the 19th of November. And actually, the problem is, if you ask for inquiry, if you ask for investigation, you are branded as an anti-national because of the emotive issues involved in this. That should be avoided. For any failure, there should be an inquiry. Like every plane crash, there is a board of inquiry. There is a crew voice recorder, which is black box, which is tint, and that is checked. Similarly, here also, BCCI or Ministry of Sports should conduct an inquiry. What made them lose the final? Let them leave it to top professionals. No politician should be there, no Babu, no officials, nothing. No Rajiv Shukla, no Amitabh Chaudhary. Amitabh Chaudhary is a bureaucrat. No Shah. Let them have a proper group of professionals. Bring in J.R. Vishwanath, or B.R. Mohinder Amarnath, a very consensus cricketer. Ask him to analyze. Bring in Mohinder Amarnath, somebody like Dilip Vengsarkar or B.S. Chandrasekhar. Some people, Venkat Raghavan, all these people, they are professionals. They would analyze and give you the result. Where all it has gone wrong. No Babus, no professionals, no minister, even a cricketer turned professional, we do not want. Because he had developed, bring ex-cricketers, one of the best. I am not alleging anything. Let them bring the best cricketers, examine the entire saga, the entire India's participation in the World Cup. If you are going to be a champion, you need this type of a continuous review, continuous monitoring of all these things. Otherwise, we are going nowhere. Just go there. In the 1980s and all, the Indian motto was, we go to participate. Olympics, Asia, everywhere, when Shiny Abraham lost in Seoul Olympics, or P.T. Usha lost in by a whisker in Los Angeles Olympics, the saga being trumpeted was, we also participate in the spirit of the game. That is not India of today. Indian public wants victory, medals, victory straight. And to get medals, see, we have become an Olympian nation, and I'm by the 100th year, 2047, we will have, at least we will be touching around 75 Olympian medals. That is, if that is the target, whether it is cricket, football, whatever it is, we need to be really addressing it in a very objective manner, in a very systematic manner, do a diagnosis of what all went wrong, fill in the gaps. If the selection is wrong, don't let the selection go to two political camps, or two brand management companies, or corporatization of these things. We need professionals to be selecting a professional team without bias, without chauvinism, religious chauvinism, ethnic chauvinism, etc., etc. That is what I wanted to say.
Thank you so much, sir. And viewers, we have some links in the description section, so you can go and look at the non-playing players. There are 4 players who did not play, right? You can find out who is associated with whom. As far as we could tell, Ravindra Jadeja, we didn't know who was representing him. Avi Ashwin, we did not know who was representing him. And I think Shami also, we did not know we could not find out who was representing him. But all the others are in these two camps. That much we can get that information. I'm just telling you, this is the data. Now, I'm now saying, let us assume for a moment, Maniji, let us assume for a moment that betting is going on against matches, against cricket events. That everybody will agree here? Yes, guys, your viewers, you agree that betting could be going on. If somebody wants to bet, then he wants to win big. The person who is wanting to bet, and if he wants to win big, what is that person going to do, or that entity going to do? Load it up so much in one direction that on the eve of the final, when bets are taken, people say, "Aankh muchkar India pe dalo yaar, jeetne wale hain," because they want 10-0, undefeated. That's when you clean up. That's when you clean up, when you bet against it. Don't you think so, sir?
Certainly. See, you check the data. See, India betting is banned, but Ladbrokes are taking betting. William Hills is taking betting from UK. Just pick up the data, do a data analytics. You will be proven right. Few invisible hands would have pushed the majority towards the Indian thing. Just pick out, because if you think that William Hills or Ladbrokes, India, Goras are betting, so sorry, not. It is mostly the Desis who are betting there. And our Desis, through Benami, through Hawala and so many other ways, they are putting their money there. Huge money. Huge money is being betting there. So that is where you have to check the data analytics. See what happened on 18th night, or even 18th night, or 19th morning. Huge amount of bets might have been gone into these two companies. They are happy. They will get money. See, that's as simple as they are professionals, and they are into the business. They are not into ethics of it. They are going to getting the money, and as long as. So if somebody pushes, see, 90% of the bettors towards India victory, and 10% come last minute, when the odds have become, when India 1:1.2, and when Australia is 1:10, they will go and bet on Australian victory. 1:10, billions of dollars, that will go 10 times, multiples of 10, out of which they can take care of the cost involved in fixing the match very well. That is the way the business model works. The betting business model works. I don't know whether it worked here or not, but there is a very, very high possibility, given the way they batted, given the way the team selection was done, given the way Travis Head was allowed to get away. See, after the third wicket of 47 for 3, we were well in control, but the way he was allowed to be fed on his strength, I think there is something beyond, much more which beyond meets the eye. That is what I wanted to say.
Very true, sir. And viewers, I think that's what we need to look at. Some professional body, not any of these riffraffs hanging around. None of these Shuklas, Rajiv Shukla, or another jokers that are just there as Binami holders for somebody or the other. None of these people who are clean, who have played cricket when cricket was considered a game. And some people, like what you said, B.S. Chandrasekhar, Venkatragavan is very well known. Mohinder Amarnath. I don't know what the jinx is on the Amarnath family, sir. Lala Amarnath, they didn't even allow him to play. Forget about, what a joke that 𝙒𝗍𝗍 did, Maharaja of Vijayanagaram.
They are very good people. Even the recent, of the recent vintage, you will find some clean fellows, like Sabah Karim or who is going somewhere insignificant channel leaders commentary. Cricketing insights are very good. Somebody like Debashish Mohanty, he did well. So there are certain people who may be like that. We have people. We have people in Bombay. We have people in Bangalore. Prasanna, Chandrasekhar. We have people in Delhi. As you said, Amarnath family. We have people in, see, basically, of all the people, they went and picked up Binny into their side. Because his daughter-in-law is also the commentator ICC, whatever. How did she manage that? And we do not know that. So that means the collusion is there. And Stuart Binny would not have got into even a Karnataka team for 10 months, for 2 years continuously. He had played for India also, and very lackluster performance again. So this is how, these are all clear, these are all facts which show you what is happening. And this IPL is already exposed. If you see the timelines, what happens? 2004-5, the corporatized corruption companies come, whatever money laundering or what they call it as brand. Before 2004, only one person had a brand manager, and he was really a brand. That was Mascarenes of Sachin Tendulkar. But now, if you see, companies are managing brands. These people, corporatized. And 2007, after the trade, they went and opened this IPL. That is escalating the corruption to another level, which was proved in that Ankit Chauhan and Srishant and that fellow's case. We do not know how much is still happening behind the scenes. We do not absolutely, even the IPL auction. Every fellow who has got black money is into that. Raj Kundra, a blue film maker, a pornographic film maker, is having a Rajasthan team. Srinivasan's family has been found in Bectin. They are Chennai Super Kings, or now whichever team, wherever it is, they are Hyderabad or whatever it is. Shah Rukh Khan. See, the basic thing is you have to check the antecedents. You can find out what is it. Does Tata have a team? Does Birla's, the original, the traditional Baniyas, who were industrial captains, they have not interested in that. They want to be clean. Why? Where did these riffraffs come with the money about? Raj Kundra's business model, Rajasthan team. We need to be checking into that. Preeti Jinta, what is that? Preeti Jinta or whatever it is, that lady, actress, Punjab.
Right.
𝗤𝗎𝗄𝗏 is she has got a lot of connection in Karachi, Pakistan. Family connections. Against a very hostile state, against the Hindu community, their family is actually prospering. And that connection is being helping here. So there are so many questions which needed to be asked. And the Dara Singh and that Mayappan or whatever it is, that case.
Gurunath Mayappan, yeah.
Mayappan or whatever it is. So it is too much of coincidence. So many things are happening. The kith and kin of the owners are themselves involved in betting. So what is this happening? Where are we taking it to? They are into all sorts of activities. Vijay Mallya still hands that what is that Virat Kohli team?
Royal Challengers Bangalore.
He is living abroad. You simply attach Royal Challengers Bangalore's assets, including the players' payment. Mallya will be forced to come. Why do you have to see? What are we talking? Who are you fooling? He is running a IPL team, he is owning it, and you say, no, it is with the Home Secretary, the first magistrate court has already cleared his extradition. Now Home Secretary will have to give no objection. Then he will go to the first appellate court. Like that, what are you chasing around? And he is enjoying in his own flamboyant style abroad in UK. Simply freeze him for funds. Take over, let the government, BCCI, take over Royal Challengers Bangalore. Immediately that fellow will come running. All your fellow ABD Villiers, all these fellows are Royal Challengers fellows. Whom are we fooling?
There's much cleaning that needs to happen, Maniji.
Who will clean? Who will clean?
Sir, it needs to start from 2013 when a sealed envelope was presented to the High Court consisting of 13 names associated with match fixing in 2013. It is my contention that even today there are players from that list that are continuing to ply their trade. And see, I stopped watching, you've stopped watching. The reason is that we know this is a tamasha, this is a spectacle. Right. And therefore, why get emotional when India gets wins or loses? It's just when they bat well, we wonder whether the fielding side did not deliberately bowl poorly, because that the thing that there is a contest going on between the bat and the ball itself is into question now. So
I stopped watching, but I was denied tea or coffee on that day because my wife was watching. And the food was also ordered from outside. I kept on telling her, but you cannot argue before a wife.
Well, the thing about this is, unless people stop betting on these things, this is not going to stop. Because the reason they are there is because betting is going on, therefore they can fix matches and clean up big. People who keep losing money don't seem to understand that there is another hand at work. And somehow people still feel that they need to bet and bet and bet and lose money. That is really the sad part. At least maybe you can legalize gambling and at least say that, okay, this guy bet on it. So you can have Aadhaar card to say you bet on it. Because you will also be able to know who the counterparty is. Who the counterparty is, right?
Right. You will know who is betting. You can trace that. If normal bets are there, or if imbalanced betting is happening or manipulated, then you can trace the tree. If you have an Aadhaar card and go and find out. Here, who is putting money in William Hills, you do not even know that fellow.
Yeah.
For all you know, our friend whom we spoke about, Royal Challengers Bank, he is in UK. He may be managing the payment gateway for betting. We do not know.
Yes. Anything is possible, sir. This is now beyond the realm of what you can say as probable. It is happening, and
my concern is different. My concern is different. Does this betting and this laundered money land in the hands of anti-India nationals who are setting narratives, who are supporting Pakistanis, who are peddling drugs, who are causing disturbances in the country? Last few days back, there was some issue in Sukma, some CRPF people were killed. Last 2 years back, there was an issue in Sukma. There is something happening in Jharkhand. There is something happening in Kashmir. Or is the laundered money landing in their hands? That is the major concern here, because it is not just about bad money. We know that bad money drives good money out of the market, but the bad money should not be used for bad deeds. That's it happening. So that is where the concern raises, because I have been a security personnel basically. I've dealt with the way these money, because Marilyn Samuels would not have come to us had it not been for a terror funding angle which was examined, and but there was nothing found in that. The terror, otherwise it would not have come to me. It was simply if it was a law and order matter. There was a clear input in 2007 or so, Nagpur police, there was something which happened. And 𝙒𝙧 was happening those days. So that is why I am concerned. I am connecting it specifically. Marilyn Samuels may not know, or the concerned police may not even know about the problem about it, but some politicians entered and enabled a closure. Even he may not be aware of it, even we simply saying about the profit booking. But the larger picture, nobody knows. It has to be connected somewhere in the MHA. So that is the concern. Now, is all these things happening? You have the Home Minister's son also sitting at the BCCI. So that is my concern. Because these money could land in the national, laundered money, somewhere they have to put it. They have to legitimize the money. For legitimize the money, they should do some fictitious transactions from fictitious entities, take checks and give the land, who may be actually representing the anti-nationals of the country, whether it is the 𝗤𝙗𝗖𝗄𝗎 gang or it is the Kashmiri Hindu killers gang or whatever it is. So the cycle gets closed there. So it is not that I am indifferent to it. I am not indifferent to it, to cricket. I am concerned about what is happening to cricket. I don't watch it, is a different matter. But there is this element of concern about the nation. It should be important. I think Sree Iyer would agree with me on this.
Yes, I completely agree with you, sir. And viewers, that's all we have for today. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Be coming back in about an hour's time where JVC Sriram and I talk about state assembly elections. Thank you very much, sir. Namaskar.
Thank you.